everyone. Good night, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I love Carriacou. My daughter in particular loves Carriacou, and she was complaining about the fact that I was not bringing her on this trip. And I had to explain to her that for obvious reasons the next time. When I did the Zoom call with the delegates from Carriacou, someone pointed out to me that I was in Carriacou and I was relating to Smart. And I promised that person then that thereafter to ensure that I didn't forget Pismapi, that I would start all my references to Carriacou and Pismapi by starting with Pismapi, then Carriacou, and then Dickon. And you probably have noticed that when I do speak, I start with Pismapi, Carriacou, and Dickon. And that is also symbolic because I think in our society we need to put and uplift the small first rather than the big. We need to remember that if we get involved in public service, it is to serve the ordinary Pismapican, Carriacouan, and Dickon. That is my pledge to you as leader of the National Democratic Congress. And so I want to start by asking Tellen to stand so that, again, you can give him another round of applause, and I'll explain why. Because you should be proud of your son. He is representative of what Grenada needs. First, courage. He got involved in politics at a very young age. At a time when many, much older, much more successful in their private lives, did not and have not done so. And so he represents, in my view, the first of a generation of Grenadian young men and women who have stepped up to serve their country at great personal sacrifice. And so telling on behalf of all of us in Pismapi, Carriacou, and Grenada, I want to thank you for leading the way, leading by example, and truly beginning the process of galvanizing young Grenadians in particular to take part in national life, to take part in public life, and to serve their country well. So then, thank you. I want to say thank you for electing me as political leader, because the delegates who did so did not have to do so. And I'm sure for many, it was a risky but courageous decision, because I had, prior to this, never been involved in politics, at least publicly. And therefore, as a politician, I was a complete unknown. Persons like the PRO and Andrea were also complete unknowns. And so to have persons who were new politically, relatively young, stand up and put their hands up and for you to support us is truly a remarkable feat of courage. Because if we look at the public life of Grenada from 1984 to now, it has been dominated by the same group who, for better or for worse, and most instances for worse, have dominated the political scene in Grenada. And so we need to ensure that the next 40 years in Grenada's public life is dominated by persons who put the interests of Pismapi, Carriacou, and Grenada first. And that starts with meeting, engaging, and listening to the people. If we are not prepared to listen to you, we should not be involved in public life. Our job is to represent you, not ourselves, to represent you. And therefore, we should be guided by your views. We should be guided by your suggestions. We should be guided by your solutions as to how we tackle, solve the challenges we face, and improve our collective lives. And I mean this earnestly. The idea that you can go from a lawyer to a politician and know it all and have all the answers is ridiculous, and it should be rejected outright. The collective wisdom of the people is what we need. And so this is just the beginning of the process of ensuring that the National Democratic Congress before it says what it will do, before it says what it can do, that must first come to the people to ensure that the people tells it first what are the issues that are important to the people. And so tonight I don't intend to engage in your speech. There are many of you here, and I look forward to hearing from you as to what are the issues that are important to you in peacemaking and Carriacou. I want to hear what your suggestions and your thoughts are. I was on my phone making notes in relation to the issues that Tebing raised. I was on team meeting at 2 p.m. today, and as part of that conversation, I made notes of issues that the callers raised, and I made notes of the questions that he asked. Because those are the matters that matter to you, and therefore those are the issues that will matter to me. So don't be shy. I like hard questions, and I want you to deal it to me straight. And to testimony that I like it straight, I had 2 jackass inside. So I don't want to walk it down. I don't want to dilute it. I want you to tell me as you see it. Because it's important that we hold those of us who offer ourselves to public life to a high standard. It is important that we hold our public officials accountable. So I'm saying this as citizens of Grenada, we have to take collective responsibility for the state of our country. Because we have allowed people to run away with our islands, and we have not held them to account. And I'm saying if we are going to change the direction that Grenada goes forward, I am saying it publicly. I know my colleagues will back me on this. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to be able to meet our citizens in the streets, and when they ask us why we did what we did, we must be in a position to justify that the decisions we make are in the best interest of the people. So I feel extremely happy. The happiness radiates from inside out. I feel very energized. Your presence here tonight is extremely motivating. And I look forward to a fruitful, open, and frank dialogue with you tonight.